Take a journey with me.
Hello, it's been a while. In fact, it's been 1 year, 7 months and 8 days since my last upload, where I told you that I'm no longer doing Funny Moments gaming content, and I quit. I dropped off the face of the earth, and to tell you the truth, I've been on a bit of an adventure, and we're going to be talking about that in this video. But before we do, a quick content warning saying this video will be talking about mental health and topics relating to suicide. But without further ado, I owe you an explanation. Where have I been? Well, this is where I've been. I know, it's a surprise to me too, but let me tell you what happened. I know, I didn't expect this either. And to be honest with you, I'm still in shock, but I came face to face with God and I couldn't ignore it anymore. 7 years ago, I wanted more than anything to be a YouTuber. I worked for it, and I got it. But 2 years ago, I stopped making content. I outgrew the content, yeah, sure, but I also had a conviction. I knew what I was doing. Although it was funny and meant to entertain people, it hurt some people. It degraded me. And it did nothing to better anyone. It was objectively not good. And I didn't want to make something that was not good. Look, I'm not going to stand here and tell you I'm perfect. I'm not going to pretend like I haven't made mistakes in the past. And I'm not going to pretend like I'm not going to make mistakes in the future. But what I will tell you is that you don't have to be perfect. While we were still sinners, Christ died for us. It doesn't matter how terrible you've been. It doesn't matter the bad things you've done in your past. What matters is faith that you are saved and you are forgiven. And that's the glory of the gospel. I'm not here to preach. I'm just going to tell you straight up what's been going on. And if you want to come on this journey with me, that's up to you. My whole life, I struggled with depression and loneliness. I was so lonely my whole life. Even when I was around people, I always felt alone. I struggled to make connections. I just genuinely hated existing. I wasn't suicidal, but I was very indifferent whether I lived or died. And I feel like this is a place where a lot of people are. That loneliness you feel, that inescapable sense of being on your own is so powerful in affecting how you live your life that I can't put it into words. I was always such an anxious person. I always just wanted to sleep and never wake up. That's what I wanted more than anything. To tell you the truth, the moment I met Christ, it all went away. And I know that sounds ridiculous, and I didn't believe it at the time either. It didn't even occur to me what had happened at the time. It was only later on that I realized that all these emotions, this sense of loneliness, this sense of never being good enough, jumping from relationship to relationship, just trying to find love, that was all gone. And it wasn't by my doing. I didn't intend for this. I just accepted that was my life. And yet here I am, happy. When people would ask me, how are you? Or how's your day been? Or how has life looked like for you? I would always say, yeah, all right. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. Or when people said, what about your job? How's your job going? Are you happy in your job? And I would say, yeah, it's all right. Yeah, fine. Because I didn't want to tell them the truth. I didn't want to tell them that I was miserable, that I was so alone that I could not talk to anyone. And now, in my life, I can say confidently, I am happy. For the first time in my life, I can say, yeah, you know what? Life is good, and I'm happy. Nothing has changed in my life except for Jesus Christ. That comfort of knowing that even if you're alone, completely alone, even if your friends abandon you, even if your family are gone, even if you're single and alone, you still have Christ. And through him you can talk to your Heavenly Father, and he listens, and he loves you. And that's a kind of love that does not go away. It's not fleeting. It doesn't just vanish the next morning. It stays. And once you have that acceptance in your heart, how much more can you love other people? I've heard it a million times that people die to their old lives and rise again with Christ, and I never believed it until I lived it. The content I made before is not going anywhere. It's staying where it is, and I think that's a good thing. I think it shows just how far I come. And it also shows to other people that it doesn't matter what you did, what you've done, or who you were. Christ accepts you. And it just shows how much can change when you let him into your life. I regret what I did before, but I'm not ashamed of it. I look at that and I go, that was a mentally unstable, lost person who believed that fame and getting his dream would make him happy. It didn't. It did not make me happy. I couldn't remember a single time making content where I was happy, and it just got worse over time. I stopped making content because I wasn't happy and because I outgrew it. A year later, I graduated my second bachelor's degree and I went into a job in architecture. I worked one job, I wasn't happy with it. I wanted a better one. I wanted a one that was more glorified, that I could do more design work, that I could build houses. So I worked for it and I got it. I found a company that was perfect and I wasn't happy. In fact, I was the most miserable I have ever been in my life. I have never been so hopeless, so alone. And I don't say that lightly, because suicide was never something I ever considered, but I was close, genuinely close. I even went to therapy. I'd never done that in my life. And because I was so unhappy, that job that I really fought for, they got rid of me, they fired me. And that left me in a horrible position. I had a court battle going on. I had family issues, sick family members. I had relationships that were crumbling. I had friends that weren't friends. Everything had gone wrong, and to make matters worse, I spent 4 months unemployed, stuck in a room, applying for jobs, failing constantly, day after day after day for 4 months. I couldn't take it. I had never been so miserable in my entire life. And so I prayed. I prayed and I said, God, please, do your will, not mine. I can't handle any of this. I give it all over to you, and you choose what's best. The very next morning, I got a phone call. Hey, I know you've never worked this job in your life, and I know you probably would never consider it, but would you be open to doing a different job, something not in your career? And I sat there and immediately I went, nah, I wouldn't be interested in doing that. And yet, a little voice inside my head said, Callum, didn't you just pray for this? So I said, yeah, okay, I'll give it a chance. I had a discussion with the manager, breezed through. I went through the interview, breezed through. I got into the job. I just glided through, and do you know what? I liked it. I really liked it, and I was doing something good, something that genuinely helps people. I'm still in the job today, and I love it. And do you know what? None of it was me. None of it was me. I didn't lift a finger. And think of all the things that I've had to fight for. I had to fight to get a YouTube channel going. I had to fight for the career I always wanted. I fought for these things and they made me miserable. And yet the one time I gave it all up to God, I was rewarded with actual happiness. So I dropped everything. I said to myself, I want to know who this God is. I spent 3 months researching the Bible, 3 whole months saying, if this really is true, I need to know. And I researched it. I found actual facts, actual evidence to point me towards this being true. And I thought, okay, all right, I have evidence. Now what? How do I get faith? And all I did was open the Bible. It was right there on the page in front of me. Jesus Christ is King. This book in itself is a miracle. And I'm not saying that from some sort of ignorant Christian standpoint. I did research into this before I could be convinced it was true. This book was written over a period of 1,500 years by 60 different authors across 3 continents in 3 languages, and yet it tells a complete story with a start, a middle, and an end. When we look at historical figures like Alexander the Great or Julius Caesar, we have maybe 10 manuscripts to support their existence. Jesus Christ has 24,000 manuscripts. These manuscripts are not just biblical, they are also secular. Secular historians like Tacitus and Josephus wrote about Jesus Christ performing miracles and being crucified by Pontius Pilate. And I thought, hey, if I've got a YouTube channel, if I've got 700,000 people on TikTok, why not talk to them? Why not share this amazing news, the good news? That is what the gospel means. It means the good news. And I must say, genuinely and truthfully, it was the best decision of my life. So that's what I'm here to talk to you about. I'm not here to convert you to Christianity. I'm not here to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. I'm just here to say, you're not alone. You have someone there ready to talk to you. He died for you, and he wants to know you. He loves you. And if you're feeling the same way I felt, out of control, lonely, miserable, he wants to know. He wants to help you. And I can't believe how much he helped me. And if you're anything like I was, you know you don't deserve it. You know in your heart this is not what I deserve, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter. He still died for you. Think of all the evil that goes on in the world, all the people that do horrific things, that punish other people, to the wickedness and the evil that exists in this world, and yet your Creator came into it. He's not indifferent to your suffering. He came down and he suffered with us, for us, out of love. If someone pushed you out of the way of a moving car and gave their own life to save yours, wouldn't you want to know who they are? Wouldn't you want to know exactly who the person was that just saved your life? Here we are. Here we are. And glory to the Lord. Hallelujah. Because he's there. And he wants to know you. And I appreciate probably no one's interested in this. If I know the audience I've fostered, if I know you, you probably are not interested in this. You probably have never been interested in this. But if you are, talk to me about it. Genuinely. Talk to me about it. Or pick up a Bible and read it. You'd be surprised. If you've never read a Bible, try it. What have you got to lose? Or prove it wrong. Open it up, read it, prove it wrong, and tell me how I'm wrong. It's my challenge to you. Read the Bible. If you got anything from watching this video, it's just that, hey, it's not wrong to question what you know. And if you think you know everything but you haven't read the Bible, I'd recommend reading the Bible. If you've watched this video to now, my challenge to you is pick up a Bible, read it, see what you think. If you don't like it, whatever, you tried it, job done. If you do like it, change your life forever. Anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. God bless.